Good evening on this lovely Monday evening here at Chippewa Falls at Doré Field. It's a nice, brisk 58 degrees and sunny. I'm Gabe Vargas. Alongside me is Mason Brune, and tonight we're bringing to you the Chippewa Falls Cardinals versus SPASH, women's varsity soccer. And so, Mason, what are we expecting here tonight?
You know, we had a tough loss the other night, Friday night, but today I'm expecting us to bounce back from that. I'm expecting good things. We got a few players back that we were missing on Friday, a few key players, and I think tonight we're going to do good things.
And so that was a loss against Somerset, correct?
Correct.
And so why don't we go into that a little more in depth? So what exactly happened in that heartbreaking loss against Somerset?
So what makes it even more heartbreaking is that we were on a 3-game win streak, which is, the first time in for 10 years that Jai women's soccer has done that. So it was very difficult to see that first loss, and we had numerous shots on goal. We had numerous shots in general, and we just couldn't seem to score. Somerset, they only had 2 shots on goal total, and just unfortunately one of them went in.
That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's frustrating. There's not a whole lot you can do about that. Yeah, and so looking at the other games, how have they been competing in the other games? I mean, obviously we're at a 3-1 record, and unfortunately that game was just a little tough. So how are they performing in the other games?
They're doing pretty solid. What's most surprising is that our freshmen are the ones who are coming up and playing.
Oh, wow.
They are. This is the first time in a few years where we've had some new talent come in, and they've been showing up. They've been impressing. They've been doing good things. As against Holman last week, they played in the freezing rain.
Oh yeah.
And they took that game 2-1.
Yeah, that was a brutal game. I got out of track practice and it was like 34 degrees and freezing sleet, and it was just disgusting out. They're playing.
No, our girls were playing in t-shirts and shorts in that weather.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and was there some spectators here at all, or was that pretty?
There wasn't many.
Yeah, nobody came. I mean, I don't blame them for not coming out in the freezing rain. So. All right, we're going to transition back over to our ad break. We're going to take a quick 30-minute ad break. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for tuning in live on Cardinal TV. Welcome back to live coverage between the Chippewa Falls Cardinals versus the SPASH squad here for varsity soccer. We're just going to be getting into starting lineups here, and then we're going to be getting live into gameplay.
In tonight's contest in a positive manner. At this time, would you all please rise and honor America and join me in reciting our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, let's introduce the teams. First, for Stevens Point. In goal, 0 to 34, Ellie Torhorst. A senior defender, number 2, Ellie Andrews. A junior forward, number 6, Brooke Lepper. A junior midfielder, number 10, Camille Schoenberg. A midfielder forward, junior number 11, Kylie Rochette. A junior defender, number 12, Keely Rosenfield. A sophomore defender midfielder, number 13, Lorelai Mutwin. A freshman midfielder, number 17, Jocelyn Trebetowski. A junior midfielder forward, number 23, Amara Porter. A senior defender, number 25, Avery Pozeski. And a freshman midfielder, number 36, Zaya Yang. Stevens Point head coach is Ali Roszewski, assisted by Sophia Redden. Now for the Chippewa Falls Cardinals. In goal, junior number 1, Melanie Coley. A senior midfielder, number 3, Gabby Schweitzer. A junior forward, number 5, Jojo Maurer. A junior defenseman, number 6, Sammy Grover. A senior forward, number 7, Haley Mason. A junior midfielder, number 11, Jada Curtis. A sophomore defenseman, number 12, Katie Yellow. A freshman forward, number 13, Lizzie Dallas. A junior midfielder, number 14, Grace Ritzinger. A freshman forward, number 21, Reagan Pelchat. And a senior defenseman, number 22, Cam Hagan. The head coach of the Cardinals is Al Ali, assisted by Kevin Mason, Taylor Pachunki, Bradley Bierman, and Taylor Cunningham. Managers are Landon Rudke, Mason Bruin, Sadie Elwood, Paige O'Kelly, and Ethan Sauer. Let's play soccer.
Let's play soccer indeed. Oh, man. This is going to be one heck of a game tonight. I can already feel it. Refs getting on the center line. Teams going up, getting their huddles in. Pre-game. Mason, I'm pretty excited to watch the girls tonight. I haven't had the opportunity yet to go and watch any of the girls' games, unfortunately. So I'm excited.
This will be a fun first night for you.
Yeah, I'm real excited. Before we kick off here, we're going to transition over to the ads, the people who sponsor Cardinal TV and who make this possible. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for tuning in live on Cardinal TV. Welcome back. We're transitioning live to kickoff here. Going to be starting the first of two 40-minute halves here. Looks like Mason's at the center line, taking the ball, and we're live into gameplay here. Up to Ritzinger. Ritzinger to Curtis. Perlberg. Sammy, the Riverboat Perlberg from volleyball season. Curtis loses that one, and that's going to be a Stevens Point throw-in. Looks like Dallas is taking it up. She sends it into the Stevens Point, and that's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa Falls. Looks like Gabby Schweitzer is going to be in on the throw here. Boot out by Stevens Point. To Porter. Porter looking around. She sends a ball deep, and it looks like nobody's there. Colley's coming up and receiving that. She punts it away. Haley sends it up to Dallas. Dallas down the left side. She's got Reagan on the back, and she sends it into the goalie. Saved by Tohorst. Tohorst boots it away. Cam Hagen's the first on that one. Taken away by Spash. Riverboat to Curtis. Curtis sending Reagan up. She's on a foot race, getting beat out by Rosenfeld there. And that is going to be a throw-in for Chippewa Falls. Curtis on a short throw. That's going to be another throw-in for Chippewa. In the box, and that's going to be a corner for Chippewa Falls. Looks like Mason's out there taking the corner. And so looking at the first 3 minutes of the game, how's it looking so far, Mason?
You know, this is exactly what we like to see. We're pushing up. We're making these attacks. We've already had a shot off. And the person who took that shot, that is Lizzie Dallas. I mean, she's one of the freshmen I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. She looks to be a good little player.
She is. She really is. She's got the speed. She's got the skill. And she's got the teammates to help her with that.
And that's exciting that she's got 3 more years to develop after this. Like, this is just the beginning of her freshman year. She's going to get nothing but better. So that's awesome to see. And that's great, too, because, I mean, in the next few years, Chippewa's going to be losing a lot of important players. You know, Mason's graduating this year on she's going D1 to Southwest Minnesota. And then you got the junior class, too. That's going to be, some contact there on the outside of the box. And everybody's okay there. It looked like Dallas came in contact with Lorelei Motquin of Stevens Point there right at the front of the 18. But yeah, it's good to see that freshmen are filling in for the stepping in the shoes of the upperclassmen who will be leaving. Mason with the ball, looking around, assessing her options. She sends it to Ritzinger. Ritzinger, pressure. Mason in front of the box. Will she be able to capitalize? Just over the goalpost, just off to the right side of the goal. That's going to be a goal kick for Stevens Point. Oh, shoot.
You know, this is what we struggled on Friday night here. Hopefully we're getting this out of our system right away here and we can capitalize it later in the game. But we're making those attacks. We're making those runs. If we just keep getting those up, we'll get one in the back of the net pretty quick here.
Hagen stepping to, out to Ritzinger. Ritzinger to Mason in the middle. Curtis going too. Big touch by Hagan, and she loses it. Back over to Chippewa. And it looks like as of right now, you know, Stevens Point just isn't going to the ball. You know, Chippewa, as of right now, I mean, it's only 5:40 in the game, but Chippewa has been on 50-50 balls. They've been capitalizing on those 50-50 balls. Stevens Point really isn't coming away with any of those 50-50s there. It's going to be a throw-in for Stevens Point.
And right now we're doing a fantastic job of keeping out of our defensive third. Our offense is really holding it up there.
Manager Al Ali, I can hear him through the headphones up here, talking to his team. Mason out to Dallas. Dallas with room. She's looking around. She's down the left side with pressure. She takes a step in. Off the post. And that's a goal. That's a goal for number 13, Lizzie Dallas, the freshman. 1-0 your score. Wow, what a great goal there. Yep.
Great save by Mallory Coley there.
We're having some tough audio issues here with our PA system. You know, Audio Architects really has to come in and figure it out because this is not a new issue here at Doré Field. Looks like that's a Stevens Point throw-in there. Another Stevens Point throw-in. Looks like Mott Quinn's taking the throw. And Riverboat clearing it out to Mason. Mason with 2 on. A little bit of a foot race here, and that's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa. Schweitzer taking the throw. Be another throw-in for Chippewa Falls. Beautiful sunset here as we're approaching 15 minutes after the hour. Just it's a beautiful night for soccer. I mean, this good weather isn't lasting long though. That's the unfortunate part. It's going to be 35 and just dreary for the rest of the week, which is just unfortunate. A little bit of a foot race there. Groshek down the line. Perlberg beating her, and she's able to keep that in and take it out for a throw-in. Not crossing that goal line there. Great defensive play by the Riverboat.
Unfortunately, Sammy was not with us on Friday night. I think that was a big part of the team, and I think with her there, it might have had a different outcome.
Yeah, she's an incredibly valuable asset on defense. I mean, as I can already tell. I mean, she's a wonderful athlete, too. There's some contact in the box there. Looks like it was all ball. And received by Stevens Point. And that's going to be a corner kick for Stevens Point. Looks like Stevens Point's waking up a little bit. They're more in Chippewa's offensive, or on Chippewa's defensive side, excuse me. A little more. They're on their offensive third. They're applying a little bit of pressure and letting Chippewa know that they can compete as well. Looks like Pazuski is taking the corner for Stevens Point. Great kick. And looks like Colley is receiving that one. Your score currently still 1-0 with 30 minutes left of the first half. Porter. Porter out to Trebetowski, and Broberg taking the kick for Chippewa Falls. Stevens Point with the first touch there, and that's going to be a SPASH throw-in. It's going to be another throw-in for Stevens Point. Right by the corner there. And that's going to be on Ritzinger. Free kick awarded to Stevens Point. A little bit of contact there, but that one seemed to me to be a little more 50-50.
More so than the ones that weren't called.
Right, yeah. Some of the other ones were, there was some extended arms, a little bit of non-ball contact, if you will.
I think it's part of it though, is that they didn't call those first ones, so now they're making it up by calling this one here.
Missed opportunity by Stevens Point there. That's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa Falls. Ball in, Colley's out, and she comes away with that one. Great step up by Colley there. Colley's a good keeper.
She is. She's very good. The managers and I, we train with her right before every game and even at practices. And I mean, she's stopping our shots, and we're 3 varsity players all 4 years. So
for the men's team, and I mean, she works hard too. Like just watching her in practice and stuff. Coach Ali was telling me earlier that he recruited her to be a goalie, and he's kind of developed her into the goalie that she is now. And she's a pretty good goalie. She's doing a pretty good job for the Chi High program here, and she's not afraid to step out of the net and come a little further out in the box. You know, she's not afraid of that contact, which is awesome to see in a goalie at the high school level. A little bit of contact there, no call. Mason with 3 on. She's got pressure. She's going to take a shot just on the left side. And Mason, like we were saying at Somerset,
we had those left and right on Friday night here. It's very unfortunate. We just got to work on those.
Got to finish.
Yep.
Got to capitalize on the opportunities we're given. And no call on that one. Seemed to be a little bit of contact. Riverboat and Groshek on the foot races. Riverboat meeting Groshek. Porter, a little bit of contact there. Nothing. Curtis with the ball, looking around, and she's sending it up to Reagan. Reagan with pressure. She's going to try to keep that in, and is it going to stay in? It does. She's taking it up. She's got quite the run going right now. And will she finish? Oh, 50-50 ball there. Close. Oh, my goodness.
You know, Reagan's another one of our freshmen here.
What a run she had.
She's got the speed. She's got the skill. And again, 3 more years to develop off that.
Right. That is just wonderful to see. We're going to have, 2 valuable assets with 4 years of experience by the end of it. It's wonderful to see. Chippewa throw in. Schweitzer making a throw out to Mason. Mason with pressure. She sent, oh, stop by Stevens Point. Right idea.
Formation we have, though, is working really well because you have Haley right in the center, and then you have her side by side between Lizzie and Reagan, and it just works really well because those three have the skill, they have the speed, and they're working together on this.
Right. What's the formation they're running right now?
Oh, off the top of my head, I think it is a 4-3-3.
Okay. And so where do we have, where's everybody playing? So Mason, is she, I'm taking it she's playing center mid?
She is the striker.
Okay, she's a striker. Okay, okay. Oh, yeah, she is playing a little forward. Yep. When I always played with her, she always played center mid because, I mean, she could just be everywhere. Oh, and that Joanna Maurer there.
Ref is letting him play tonight.
Yeah. A little bit of contact. That wasn't really much ball there, but I mean, hey, the ref's letting them play. Curtis with pressure. Looks like that's going to be a handball call on Ritzinger. That one's tough. That one you can't do much about that. And there wasn't any intent there, but
yeah, it's unfortunate. Against Holman a few weeks ago, the reason why they scored that one goal is unfortunately there was a handball in the box, and that led to a PK. That's the only attack they had.
That's tough.
It is.
Well, and Cam Hagen was substituting for Mallory because Mallory was competing at Skills USA, which I believe she's going to the national level too. So, again, congratulations to her for welding, creating just a nice little career path for herself there off the turf. But yeah, up in front of the box here, Curtis looking around. But she's Cam Hagen stepped up and she had a good game.
She did. She had a very good game. This was her first time ever playing goalie in a game situation like this, and she stepped up to the challenge. She took it head on, and she did very well that night.
Yeah, yeah. Stevens Point with goal kick there. Heikkinen taking her time, and she gets the ball taken away from there. She was on a little bit of a march, just missed by Curtis. Looks like this is going to be a throw-in for Chippewa. Hagen on the throw-in. She's looking around, and it looks like she's going to give it off to Riverboat. Riverboat lacking options currently. She's going to go deep. Great throw out to Dallas. Dallas with a big touch there. And that's going to be out on Chippewa. It's going to result in a Stevens Point throw-in. Looks like Rosenfeld's taking the throw-in for SPASH. Your score is still 1-0 with about 20 minutes into the first half. And ball to the head there. I mean, that was all clean. That was a blatant push by Heikkinen there. No call. Refs are letting it play. And Dallas off to the races, and she's kicking it out. And that was an extension there. That was a little bit of a contact. That was pretty easy to see up from the box here. But I mean, the refs letting them play. Another throw in for Chippewa Falls. Schweitzer taking the throw. And keeper's coming on that. Another 50-50, and she loses it. Great recovery by the keeper, Allie Tohorst. That's going to result in a free kick for Stevens Point. Great 50-50 there, attack on Chippewa, and great recovery by Tohorst, the keeper there. Right, intended with pressure. That's out to Curtis. Out to Reagan, looking around. And Stevens Point's going to keep, and they're going to put that out. That's going to be a throw in for Chippewa. Riverboat on the throw. She's got a throw. Let's see if she can keep that in, and she does. Great footwork there by the freshman. And that's going to be a Chippewa throw. Another cannon throw in from Sammy the Riverboat Perlberg. And there was a bit of contact there, and that's going to be a free kick for Chippewa.
One thing we've been working on this year, and I can see it happening right now, is moving our entire team up when we're having big attacks like this. We just made a really nice run up the field, and we keep pressure, and we need the defense to move up into that too, and they're doing a really good job with that right now.
Right, I've noticed that too. The defense has been pressing up. They've been pressing up pretty well. You know, in years prior, you know, you wouldn't have that from the Chippewa Falls squad, and it's just great to see that they're pressing up, and just missed opportunity there. Great set piece by Chippewa Falls, but they were unable to get a foot on that, and that's going to be a goal kick for Stevens Point. As I was saying, though, it's awesome to see these girls, you know, on the defensive side pressing up. That's how they're going to take their team to the next level. Curtis applying pressure. Stevens Point comes away with that. Hagen sends it out. That's going to be a throw-in for SPASH. Making some substitutions. Looks like Mason is coming in for... Was that Joanna? Can't see from up here. And it looks like for Stevens Point, number 14, Addie Brocken, is coming in for number 11, Kylie Groshek. So substitution on both sides. Sending the ball up to Dallas. Dallas with a little bit of time. Got pressure, though. And that's going to be a throw-in for Stevens Point. You know, and if they would have sent that to her ahead of her, Dallas would have been gone. She's got legs on her.
Yes,
she's fast.
Had Ritzinger placed that in the correct position, had they give her that run through, she could have beat that whole back line. But that just comes with practice, comes with work.
Right, and it's still early in the season. Right, we still got 2 months nearly. Curtis with options. She's got time, no pressure. She's taking the ball up the field, and she sends it up to Dallas. Nice ball by Dallas. Oh, and it's just too far. Right idea. Great ball, just a little bit too much oomph on it.
Right idea indeed. You know, that was a good through ball. Had it been a little bit closer, a little bit, towards the center, Dallas could have beat that line. She could have even taken a shot on that.
She's got a leg too. Like she's going to be a valuable asset for the Chi-Hi squad in the coming years.
Yeah, just a freshman. If I'm not mistaken, she scored in the first game of the season alongside Haley.
Oh, she did? So how many goals does she have in the season now?
Oh, I don't know the number off the top of my head.
Okay. she's been scoring, and that there's some contact there. That's going to be a free kick for SPASH. Bozeski on the free kick. Boot, and that's straight to Colley. Great shot there, but gobbled up by Colley there. Curtis sends it out. That's going to be a free throw-in for Stevens Point. Rosenfeld taking the throw-in. They send the ball in to Schweitzer. Schweitzer to Mason. Mason sending the freshman up, and Reagan's just unable to keep up, unfortunately. And that's going to be a Chippewa throw-in.
Almost some fluid passing there, really close to it.
Yeah.
Really made that one more, it could have even been a breakaway.
Deep throw in by Chippewa. Nice header. Unable to capitalize there. More PA audio issues. Out to Curtis. Curtis looking around. She's got time. Pressure, though. See, can she keep it in? And that's going to be a throw-in for SPASH. Nice header by Hagen. About 30 minutes into the first half, how is Chippewa playing right now?
I think we've, as a start, we scored right away. And we've had some shots since then. We just need to keep up that momentum. I think Stevens Point has woken up from that, and I think they're starting to push back a little bit. So whatever, we cannot let up right now. But nothing terrible at all. Again, we scored right away. We just got to keep up that intensity.
Right, and that was the thing. Like they came out guns a-blazing, and not that they're not that they've gone flat, but I think Stevens Point has just woken up. That first 5 minutes for them was just abysmal, but now they're waking up, and they're letting Chippewa know that they can compete. And Reagan out on the corner, she takes a cross, and that's going to be cleared by Stevens Point, and that's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa Falls. Right idea. The freshman just had a little bit more juice on that cross. I think Haley would have gotten a good foot on that. To Mason. Mason dangling, and she's got it. That's a goal. Number 7, the senior, Haley Mason. Great goal. 2-0 your score, scoring in the 28th minute. Nice little breakaway shot by Mason. She was able to go through the defense there, and that's why she's playing at the next level.
That's exactly why. She has the skill for it. She's got the talent. She's been working her whole life for it, and it shows her out in the field tonight.
Well, I remember she played with us. She played on our strikers team, and she was a force to be reckoned with on our strikers team. Like, she's just a phenomenal player, great work ethic, great human. I wish her the best in college. She's gonna have one heck of a ride at Southwest.
All those years ago, Gabe, you and I.
Yeah.
Gabby Schweitzer was on our team
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. She played defense. She played goalie occasionally when if we were up ahead. But man, those were the days when we'd throw it down at strikers. go play over in the cities, all the shenanigans at Culver's and McDonald's, and the post game restaurant stops. Those were the days.
All those hotels too.
Oh yeah, when we'd get into shenanigans at. I remember one time when we were at a hotel in Blaine and we almost got kicked out. Do you remember that
I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
when we got the noise complaint called on
That's
us?
right.
There was like 20 of us in that room, and we were like jumping up and down. And the front desk called us, and they said, "Oh, you gotta quiet down. You can't be having this issue because we got a noise complaint." And then the front desk guy actually came up to the room and was like, "We're gonna have to kick you out if you guys don't figure it out."
If I'm not mistaken, that might even been my room.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, gosh, where were the parents on that one? Oh, probably hanging out.
Fantastic
Yep.
question.
Back to live gameplay here. It's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa Falls. You know, I think my favorite soccer memories come from the state tournament in Mankato when we hung out with all the parents and they were throwing soccer balls at any of the incoming people.
Right, because that was difficult because we didn't make it to the championship game. but
Yeah.
We planned for it, so we planned 2 nights in advance. So
Yep.
we just had to have fun.
Right.
That last night.
Yeah.
We were in the pool all night long.
That was a wonderful night. All the different people that we met. I still occasionally talk to some of the people that I got Snapchats from.
Do you
Just
really?
yeah. Like just catch up with them, see what they're up to. But yeah, it's gonna be a goal kick, I believe, for Stevens Point. Pozeski taking the kick. Ritzinger with pressure. Mason with pressure out to Dallas. Dallas, will she be? And nice save by the keeper. Great shot, and Mason takes another one. Another great save by Torhorst. Torhorst having herself a night here. Approaching the 32nd minute, 2-0 your score. Chippewa up. And man, as the sun's going down, it's starting to get a little chilly up here.
It is. I left my jacket down in the stands there.
Yeah, I might have to go get that during half. Oh, I didn't bring my wallet. Can't get popcorn during halftime. Shoot. Some substitutions being made on both sides. Going to be a goal kick for Chippewa Falls. Riverboat taking the kick. Contact. Big touch. And Stevens Point, they've got some pretty, they're 25 there, and it looks like number 10. They're fast, and they look like there's some pretty good players there for the Stevens Point side. Miscommunication there, and oh my goodness. That's going to be a goal kick, but oh my goodness, you can't be having those errors. When the keeper calls for it, that's keeper ball right there.
Exactly. If she screams keeper or she screams my ball, the defense has to back away at that second because that is hers.
And those are the costly communication errors that, that can cost you goals right there. Going to be a throw-in for SPASH.
What led to the goal on Friday night was miscommunication back on the defense, is that they were so close, it was just a toe poke in.
That's unfortunate. A little bit of back and forth action there with throw-ins. Stevens Point throw-in. The boat coming through, booting it away. Reagan applying pressure. Nice pressure applied by the freshman there. She's bringing it in. Out to Dalby. Dalby able to keep it. Out to Dallas. Dallas with pressure, though. Mason coming away. What you going to do? Sent it to the top of the box. And that's wide there. Will Reagan get it? And, oh, just to the right of the post. So close, but yet so far. Oh, man. Those are hard to watch. Those are hard to watch, Mason.
It is.
That opportunity right there, if she just had a little bit more on it, that would have been a goal. Ball back on the Chippewa's defensive side. It's going to be a throw in for Stevens Point. It's a bummer we don't have stoppage time in high school soccer. That'd be kind of fun.
I mean, you only have it when it comes down to the last, 10 minutes and the team up as the clock stops for them.
Right.
I've been in many situations in my personal high school career where if we had that extra time, we could have escaped by on those wins.
Yeah, right. Those last-minute goals, I mean, those are pretty prevalent in high school. And looks like number 6 down there, Brooke Lepper, she was hitting the hand. Looks like she's shaking it off, though. She toughened through it. The boat, with time, she's dribbling up. Pressure. And she sends that back to Stevens Point. Stevens Point back to Chippewa. To Feedy. Mason with pressure. Nice little give and go. Dallas with the speed. She's able to get there. Will she make a cross? She's sending it back to Mason. Not enough, though. Great give and go by Mason there.
Excellent fluid passing going on there.
Kadi Diallo, she's taking it up. Having a and Mason with another shot. Rebound. Oh, my goodness gracious, pudding and pie. Dalby on the right side, and that's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa Falls. Some substitutions being made on the Chippewa Falls side. Looks like the freshman Reagan's coming off, and looks like number 2. No, that's not number 2. That's number 9, excuse me. Asia Duda's coming in for the Chi High squad. Sammy off to the races. Man, she can move. Tough pass there. It's going to be a one-on-one. Boat off to the races, steaming down that river. She's looking around, sends it out to Dallas. Dallas with the ball to Mason. Mason looking around. She's dribbling up the center there. Bit of contact, and that's going to be going Chippewa's way. Push from behind. That's a no-no.
And that's extremely unfortunate. She had the momentum there. She had the speed. Had that not been a clip, she could even take that over the goal.
I mean, she's been doing it all night. Stevens Point making a 3-woman wall. See what Mason's going to do here. Great shot. Nice save by Tohorst. And, I mean, Tohorst has just been getting relentlessly shaken up by the Chi High offense, and she's been holding her own.
I will say the goalie tonight is doing absolutely fantastic.
Schweitzer with pressure. Sending it up to Dallas. Will she be able to get it to it? And that's going to be turned over to Stevens Point. We have 1 minute remaining in the first half. 2-0 your score. We don't got a PA system, so our lovely athletic director, Mike Thompson, is shouting through the window and acting as our intern PA. Throw in for Chippewa Falls. Approaching the 10-second mark. Seems to be that the supporters here are going to be counting down. And that wraps up the first half here from Doré Field between SPASH and Chippewa Falls for varsity women's soccer. And so before we go off, Mason, what are some of the impressions we have of this first half?
I mean, this has been a really good first half. We have scored 2 now. We're taking up the field. We're capitalizing on those opportunities. Our passing has been very good, much improved over the previous weeks here, and I'm expecting even more to come in the second half.
Awesome. That's good to hear. So we're going to transition over to our ads, the people who make this possible. Don't go anywhere. Before we take this quick ad break here during the halftime period, I'd like to remind you guys to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for Cardinal TV. It helps us out a lot, and as soon as we get the scoop, we will keep you in the loop. We're going to transition over to our ads now. Thank you so much for tuning in live on Cardinal TV. Welcome back to live gameplay here at Doorway Field between the Chippewa Falls Cardinals and the Stevens Point area Panthers, right? Panthers. That's just the guess that we're going to go with. Panthers. We just got confirmation that it is the Panthers. I was thinking about it all night, and it just clicked in my head. We're approaching the second half here. We got about 40 minutes left on this game. And, yeah, I'm excited to see how this game goes. Stevens Point's got the win on their side. They got the scoring on their side, but it looks like Chippewa's going out hot already.
You know, hopefully whatever Coach Ali told them that halftime talk there, hopefully it put a little pep in their step.
Right. And I mean, not that they weren't performing well, but you know, they could definitely be performing better. We saw a great team in the first 5 minutes, and they didn't stumble or falter. They kind of leveled off.
You know, Stevens Point woke up here once they got scored, and let's hope we can turn those Jets back on and keep going.
I agree with that. Nice boot by Riverboat out to Dallas. Another miscommunication there, and that's something that we've seen on both sides tonight. You know, when the keeper calls for the ball, that's the keeper's ball.
You got to give it to him.
You got to give it to the keeper. I remember a few times in men's soccer when some guys would like come out and get the ball when after Steele would call keeper, and that was not fun to see Steele in that emotional state.
I mean, as a freshman, he played both JV and varsity, and he had a rough first year.
Yeah, he did, and I mean, he held on, and now he's doing wonders. But yeah, he played a lot too. Like, he was playing full JV games and then at least half a varsity game.
Yeah, all power to him. He's still playing right now.
Yeah. So what's his plan moving
His
forward?
plan right now is he's playing with Eau Claire at the moment.
Okay, with United.
Yep, and he is planning on going to UW-Madison.
Okay.
And he hasn't talked to me a whole lot about it, but I think his plan is he wants to go play soccer there too.
Really? Okay. I mean, he's got to work hard for it, but the kid is an incredibly hard worker, and I mean, he if anything, he's deserving of that. And that's the thing. He's a real versatile player too. He's a phenomenal goalkeeper, right? But he can play just about anywhere on the field. He's fast. He knows the game well, and he has good touch. Like, that's any squad could use that. Back to live. Oh, go ahead.
Back in the men's season, I mean, he saved us multiple times on multiple occasions. I mean, if it weren't for him, we would have lost a lot more.
Oh, right. I know. He's just a phenomenal keeper. Like, I love watching the kid play. He's just all over the place. Back to live gameplay here. It's going to be a throw-in for Stevens Point. Out to Perlberg. Perlberg with pressure. Unable to come away. Stevens Point is unable to come away with that one. That's going to be a throw-in by the boat. Great throw-in there.
No, Sammy has an arm.
Yeah, she does. She can throw. That volleyball is definitely helping her out. Freshman there, Reagan. Again, she is such a skilled and talented little player. And that's going to be contact there. Chippewa's going to be awarded a free kick. Pressure in the box, and the keeper comes away with that one. Again, great save by Allie Tohorst, the keeper for Stevens Point. A sophomore, so she's young and she's playing well. She's gonna be a valuable asset in the future for the Stevens Point team.
Nice send to Haley there.
Great shot by Mason, and that finds the back of the net. Wow. Phenomenal goal by Haley Mason. In the 44th minute, your score 3-0. Jay Money down on the student section there. capturing the energy that we all feel after that goal. Great goal by Mason. 3-0 your score in the 44th minute.
And that was assisted by Reagan, am I correct?
Indeed. Yeah, that was a great shot. To Maurer. Maurer getting it under control, sending the ball up. Dallas on a run. And that's going to be a throw in for Chippewa Falls. Throw in for Schweitzer. Looking around, assessing her options. She's going to go to Mason. Mason with 2 on, another 2 approaching. And McKeep's calling for that one.
She's being vocal now.
Right. You know, after some of those miscommunication errors early on in the second half, you know, she's letting her team know that that ball's hers.
And working with Mallory before the games here, that's one thing we work on constantly.
Beautiful ball. Great 50-50. Does she have anybody? And open net, and that's going to be a goal for Chippewa Falls. Valiant effort by Tohorst, but unable to come away with that one.
Scored again by Haley Mason. Is that her hat trick of the night?
That is a Hattie. She's got 3 on the night. 4-0 your score, scoring in the 46th minute. Wonderful goal by Mason. And just that's an unfortunate one for the Stevens Point keeper. I mean, she had a valiant effort there, tried her hardest, but just couldn't come away with that one. Some physicality, and that's going to be for Stevens Point. Looks like Curtis and the ref are exchanging a few words down there.
That's not too uncommon.
Is she a word exchanger with refs?
Not as well with refs, with players. She's very into the game.
I were you here for the Powder Puff game?
I was, yes.
Yeah. Do you remember when she flying kicked Emmy Berg in the face? And that was awesome. I love Emmy Berg, but that was one of the highlights of my high school career, watching Jada Curtis just flying judo kick Emmy Berg in the face during the Powder Puff game. Live back into gameplay here, and looks like Tohorst is going to let that out, and that's going to be a goal kick for Stevens Point.
Very nice cross by Lizzie Dallas there. Just unfortunate there was no one in the back for it to put that in.
And so, looking ahead into the years to come for the Chi High soccer program for the girls' side here, you know, you have the 2 freshman forwards that are already proving to be valuable assets. What's the defense looking like?
Defense right now is predominantly young.
Okay.
The only senior back there is Cam Hagan,
Okay.
or else the rest of them are juniors. We'll see what comes up in the next previous years here, but they got at least one more solid year to grow, to be their best they can do, and they're already very solid.
Right. Well, that's the thing, you know, the 2 freshmen there, hopefully they can step up and start finishing, and that's going to be picked up by Colley there. Hopefully they can step up and start finishing because, you know, Haley, I'd imagine, is leading the goals for the Chi High squad.
Yes, she is.
And, you know, they're able to get the ball up there, but they just have to finish now. And, I mean, as you can tell, it's already been proven that Mason can finish. I mean, she's already got a hat trick on the night, and we still got 30 minutes left in the game. Miscommunication there. And Riverboat does come away with that one. Curtis sending the ball up to Reagan. Reagan applying pressure, and that's going to be a throw-in for SPASH.
Another fantastic thing about these freshmen is that they're not timid.
No.
They're going for those 50-50 balls. They're being aggressive. They're not acting like freshmen. They're acting like juniors and seniors.
Right, yeah, they are not at all ball shy. They're ready to get in there. They're aggressive. They're assertive. I'm excited. I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm excited to see what they become. They're going to be a power duo in the years to come for BRC soccer. Great save by Tohorst. 50-50 ball. She overcomes Mason, and it looks like Ritzinger down there. Beautiful save by Tohorst. She's been having, again, one heck of a game. And I don't think the score, currently 4-0 right now, is indicative of how well of a game that she's been playing. Mason with pressure. Out to Dallas, and SPASH coming away with that, sending that out. Great defensive play by the sophomore, Lorelei Montquin.
Chi-High will have a corner kick here. Kick being taken by Haley Mason.
Great save by Torquist there. Punting it away. That could have been some close contact there. Slow on throw, or the kick here for SPASH. Looks like number 25, Avery Pozeski's taking it. She's been taking these free kicks all night. She's got a leg. Nice set piece there, Joanna Maurer on the reception. Looking out to Dallas. Dallas up to Mason. A little bit too much mustard on that one. Gali Diallo. Out to Curtis. Jay has taken it out to the left side. And just taking her sweet old time. I think she could have gotten a shot off there.
She took quite a bit run up the field, though.
Great ball skills there by the freshman, number 14. Actually, no, that wasn't the freshman. That was Grace Ritzinger, excuse me.
She's gonna yell at you now.
Oh man, hopefully she doesn't watch this back. Hagen on that ball, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Cardinals. 50 minutes into the game, actually approaching 52 minutes, 4-0 your score. Chippewa in the lead. Little bit of contact there, and that's going to be going Stevens Point way. I heard JoJo apologize for that one, but even if it's unintentional, that was a little bit too much contact there.
JoJo is very aggressive, but unfortunately she gets hurt about half the time.
Yeah, she is notorious for being concussed.
Whether it's ankle injuries, head injuries,
Yep.
there's always something going on there.
Yep. Great player, but yeah, she's just got to stay healthy. Dallas with pressure. And that's going to be out and a goal kick for the Chi-High crew. Riverboat on the kick here. Nice header there by number 23, Mara Porter. Curtis taking control. She's dribbling it up. He's throwing for Stevens Point. Stevens Point ball to Brocken. Brocken to Porter. Brocken gets the ball taken away by Perlberg. Nice move by Perlberg. Out to Dallas, the freshman. Big touch. She's able to come away with that one. Sends the ball up intended for Mason, but not exactly in the right spot. Out to Curtis. Curtis with pressure on. Riverboat with time. Looks like Brocken's applying the pressure, though. And that's going to be a throw-in for the SPASH Panthers. Great ball there by SPASH, and Trevitowski just not able to capitalize there, unfortunately. Out to Dallas.
Right now she has space. She has time.
She's got options. She's up to Mason. Mason with pressure. Great ball to Ritzinger. Can Ritzinger capitalize? Oh, and she just gets the ball taken from her. Great defensive play by Pazeski.
Some very nice teamwork by the Cardinals up there as well.
Mason assessing her options, dribbling around. Nice shot, and that's a goal. Scoring for the Cardinals, number 14, Grace Ritzinger, in the 56th minute. 5-0 your score. And it seems to be like the Cardinals are comfortably in the driver's seat with this one. Great goal by Ritzinger. PA system's finally back.
It's about time.
Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. For those of you watching at home, I imagine you've been able to hear it through our mics here on the stream. There's been some frequency issues with our PA system, and it actually stems from November to December. There was a weird radio frequency that came through the Chippewa Valley, and it's been affecting nearly every audio system throughout the entire Chippewa Valley, which is it's a little interesting, if you ask me. It's kind of just a magical random radio frequency coming in. I don't know about that. That's kind of scary. Cam on the move. Stacy applying the pressure, and that's going to be a throw-in for SPASH. Number 18, Nevaeh Stacy, was moving. Stacy on the throw-in. She's looking around. Cam the first one on that, and that's going to be back to Stevens Point. To Ritzinger. Ritzinger with a little bit of pressure. She sends it up to Stevens Point. Stevens Point boots it back up, and that's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa. Substitution in for Chippewa. Number 17, Ava Dalby, is coming in for number 3, Gabby Schweitzer. Sneaky there by Riverboat. She thought she was going to throw it. Nope, it's like you thought. Boom. Wow. Throw in. What a throw in. And SPASH is able to keep that in there, but Riverboat on kicking it out of that defensive side almost resulted in a corner for the Cardinals.
Just like I said earlier, we're missing Sammy last Friday night, and I think just she is a vital part of this team here.
Yeah, she's an incredibly valuable asset. She's holding that defense together.
Between Sammy Perlberg and Cotty, they lead the team in defensive stops.
Okay, okay. And so is Cotty full-time defense?
Yes.
Okay.
But every now and then she'll take the ball and she will make a break up that field.
Yeah, Cotty is a wonderful player. She's fun to watch. Another valuable asset on that Chi High defense. Goofy bounce there for Ritzinger. Out to Dalby. Dalby sending it out to Duda, and it's going to be a throw-in for Stevens Point. Not Quinn on the throw-in. Hagen on that reception. Pressure. Boat. Out to Duda. Duda with time. She sends it back into Stevens Point. Beautiful ball by Schoenberg there. Stevens Point making a run. And Groshek was unable to capitalize on that one. Asia with time. She's taking that up the field. Big touch. Wonderful play there by Stacy, but Yellow's on top of that. Out to Dalby. It's like Rosenfeld looking up the field. Sends it up to Groshek. And that is going to be Chi High ball. Groshek unhappy with that call. From up here, it looked like it was just a trip over the ball.
Yeah, that was a divisive call there.
Riverboat on the free kick here. A little bit of contact, and that's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa Falls. And that's going to be a goal kick for Stevens Point. Great defensive work there by Pazeski. Just working to keep it out of Chippewa Falls' feet there. Just following that ball out and shielding it so it wouldn't turn into a quarter or another opportunity for Chippewa Falls. Stevens Point. Rosenfeld on the throw. Looks like that bounced out, and that's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa Falls. Sammy the Riverboat Perlberg in for the throw. Big throw. Great defensive decision there by Schoenberg. Big throw. And will they be able to finish? And that's booted out. Will Chippewa be able to keep it up with that press defense? And it seems to be, as of right now, they are. And that's back to Stevens Point. Schoenberg will they be, and that's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa Falls. Stacy unable to keep that in. And with about 65 on the clock, Mason, what are the thoughts about halfway into, or just over halfway into the second half here?
This is a phenomenal first game for you to start watching. This is everything that we want to do. We're doing it right here tonight.
Awesome.
Our defense is pressing high. Our passing is looking very nice, and we are scoring. As long as we can keep up this pressure, as long as we can keep up this intensity, we are going to walk home with a very nice win tonight.
Great to hear. Maybe even a shutout. And you know, I'm looking at the Stevens Point squad, and they're looking good. I mean, they just haven't been able to capitalize on some of the opportunities that they have. But this is not a team to look down upon. This is the Stevens Point Panthers here. They got a pretty good team going here. And I mean, again, the score may not be indicative of that, but just watching this gameplay, you know, they're here to compete, and they should not be looked down upon.
Like we've said earlier, their goalie is doing absolutely phenomenal.
Oh,
she is getting peppered with shots, and she's catching them left and right, and she's saving them.
Yeah. Tohorst, Allie Tohorst, the sophomore, that sophomore keeper from Stevens Point, has been having one heck of a game. And again, the score truly isn't indicative of how she is playing. She's just had a wonderful night here tonight. Riverboat on the throw-in here. They can settle it. A little bit of boot ball there. That's going to be a handball on Hagen, and that's going to be a free kick for Stevens Point. Old and reliable Avery Pozeski has taken the free kick yet again. She's been playing all night. Great asset for the Stevens Point squad.
I mean, she has a phenomenal leg, too.
She does. Riverboat taking the ball up the right side with virtually no pressure. Nice ball. Curtis out to the races. And that was a little bit of contact. Typical that competitive drive that Jada Curtis has. She's a fun player to watch. But she really gets into the game.
I'm surprised there was no call there. And it's a corner kick as well.
It is a corner kick. Mason on the corner. Sending it in for the Chi High squad. Great header, and that's going to be another corner kick.
Fantastic idea there.
Looks like Sammy might have a bloody nose down there. Yep, and she's going to be, she's holding her nose, going off with a little bit of a bloody nose. Cannot tell what type of run is going on there. Maybe she's letting her nose drip dry.
Just putting her head down.
Hopefully that's not a broken nose. It's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa Falls. Hagen on the throw-in.
Very nice touch by Schweitzer there.
Assistant coach Kevin Mason checking in on the boat. Hopefully she's all right. Hopefully it's just a bloody nose. A little bit of contact there. Playing on. Great ball by Stevens Point. Nice run by Groshek. Groshek with time. Off to the races. She's bringing that ball back, giving it some options. Nice ball. A little bit of contact there. Great shot, and that's going to result in a goal kick for Chippewa Falls. And see, and that's what we were talking about, right? That Stevens Point. They had some great movement there. They had some great passing, and they had the right idea, but just unable to capitalize, unfortunately, for them.
Yeah, they were in the correct position. They were in the correct run. But, I mean, that could have ended.
Right. That could have been a goal for them. Mason off to the races. Looks like Stevens Point's kicking that one out. Mason dangling the defense and a little bit too far back. Will Hagen finish? And it's good and through the goalposts. Not quite a goal, but if we were playing football, that would have been an extra point there, maybe 3. Right idea by Kent Hagen, just couldn't keep the ball down there. Goal kick by SPASH. Pressure's on. A little bit of contact there, and that's going to be going Chippewa's way. Approaching the 70th minute, 5-0 your score, about 10 minutes left. And the sun is down, the lights are shining on Doré, and man, it's starting to cool off a little here. We're down to below 50. The high today was 59. Looking at the forecast for tomorrow, 60 degrees. We've got a track meet here at on Doré. It is up in the air if Cardinal TV will be covering it, but it might be a little rainy for that one. It might be a wet outing, so.
Yeah, I can't complain too much about the 50 degrees tonight. I'm waiting for the 38 degrees on Thursday.
Yeah, there's another BRC track meet on Thursday, and 38, 39 degrees, freezing rain, 25 to 35 mile an hour winds, and you guys are facing Memorial.
Yes, we are.
At Memorial at 5 p.m. on Thursday. The 14th is Monday. Usually we're playing these games on Tuesday nights, but yeah, it's Memorial, always a wonderful program or wonderful soccer program that they have. So that'll be a game to watch.
I am very interested to see the outcome of that game because over the years these girls have done nothing but improve, and I'm very curious to see what the outcome of that game is.
And that's exciting. You know, I hope to see an upset. I know quite a few gals on the Memorial side, and you know they've historically kind of viewed Chippewa as a pushover team, and I think with now approaching a 4-1 record, Chippewa is going to be taken seriously now.
We are becoming a force to be reckoned with.
Right.
It's been building slowly over time, but I think right now we have a solid run this year.
And that's just wonderful to hear. That's been the break that this Chippewa Falls soccer program has needed, both guys and gals. You know, it's going to be an exciting next few years for the Chippewa Falls soccer programs, and you know, hopefully that they can stay good. You know, they back in the early to late 2000s, we had some pretty good squads come through the Cardinal doors here, playing on Doré Field, and it hasn't been the same for the past few years, but now Chippewa's finally starting to catch that stride back, and it's just wonderful to see. Back to live gameplay here. Cotty passing it to Schonenberg of Stevens Point, and it looks like Stacy's off to the races. She's able to keep it in. Hagen with pressure. Great footwork there by Cotty Diallo there. Out to Ritzinger. Grace Ritzinger with time. A little bit of pressure by Schonenberg. She's not going for it. Back to Dalby. Dalby with 2 on. Out to Ritzinger. Ritzinger assessing her options. They're forcing her down to the right side. Ball intended for Mason, and that's going to be a throw-in for Chippewa Falls. Nice throw in by Schweitzer. Trying to keep that in. Pressure. And that's going to be another throw in for Chippewa Falls. Out to Reagan. Will they be able to keep it in? And that's going to be a throw in for Stevens Point. Right near the corner there. Substitutions being made. Jada Curtis coming in for Ava Dalby. A junior exchange there. And it looks like Stevens Point's going to let that one go out for a goal kick. Trzeski on the free kick, or on the goal kick, excuse me, yet again. Bit of contact, and they're letting it play. We've been seeing that all night, Mason. These refs have been pretty lenient on the physicality in this game.
It's such a contrast. Some refs can make and break a game, and just by letting them play, I feel is almost better, because you can just keep that going. If you have a ref who's constantly making calls of any little touch, you can't even play.
Right, and that's because there's no stoppage time in high school. I mean, because they keep on making those stops and if they're calling everything, that's just eating away at the game clock.
Exactly, and even Chip was the one being hit the hardest tonight, and we're making the best of it.
Out to Schweitzer. Schweitzer with options. Great defensive play there by Stevens Point. Riverboat coming through. Boot ball by Bracken there. And there's an opportunity there, and Diallo is able to kick the ball away there. Wonderful breakaway by Groshek. Colley stayed in the box, and if Cotty wasn't there, that could have been a goal for Stevens Point. Great breakaway and opportunity there created for Stevens Point. The defenseman, Pezzeski, is taking this corner yet again. Another kick for the SPASH Panthers. Great set piece and wide right of the goal, and that's going to be a goal kick for Chi High. Out to Curtis. Curtis sending Mason on a long ball. Mason with room sends it in and a little bit too far ahead. Right idea. And Schoenberg kicks that one out for the SPASH Panthers. And that's going to be a goal kick for SPASH. And so as we're winding down in these last few minutes of the game here, Mason, what's the schedule looking like? What's the road looking like ahead for these girls here?
Like I said, they have a game on Thursday against Memorial at Memorial. And then the following week they have a game, I believe it is home against New Richmond.
And it looks like Joanna Mauer's down, hitting the head there. Another head doink. And let's just hope that's not another concussion. I mean, man, she seems to be concussion prone.
Well, we just made a comment about it earlier. It's almost every game she gets hurt in some way, shape, or form. But that's just because she's so aggressive.
She is.
She wants it. She works hard for it. So, I mean,
She's running off the field now. She looks like she's good. That's good to see. Minute and a half left, and looks like you got the schedule pulled up there.
Yes, I do. Yes, so following this week, Thursday, they are at Memorial. Next week, Thursday, they play home against Richmond. The following week, April 26th, they play against Eau Claire North. Now, there is a bit of a feud between North and Chippewa. Last year, Chippewa went to North, and they won by quite a good margin. And that game was very pushy, very shovey, very physical.
Okay.
And when North came back home to Chippewa and played them, North won that game. So that will also be one to tune into, as it may, it's
that'll be an interesting game for
past
sure.
grudges.
Right. Looking out to the rest of the sports forecast for the week, we got quite a few games here for the Chi-High squads here. As we said, as we discussed, the girls' varsity team is playing at Memorial. We also have a few softball games and baseball games throughout the week. We have 2 home games, baseball and softball, tomorrow. We also have a home track meet tomorrow, the only one of the season, so hopefully we can get some Cardinal TV coverage there. And it's going to be an action-packed week for Cardinal sports. Great header there, right idea by Ritzinger, and just unable to capitalize. Ritzinger to Mason. And that's the game. The final score after 80 minutes is Chi-High 5 and the Stevens Point Panthers 0. Wonderful game here for the Chi-High Cardinals tonight. Wouldn't you say, Mason?
It was fantastic. Everything that we wanted to do, we did. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was very cautiously optimistic walking in tonight after the events of Friday, but I was just proven wrong, and I'm so glad that I was. Everything that we wanted to do, we did here tonight, and we left it all on the field. Awesome.
And now we're shaking hands, and we're closing down here at Doré. Thank you so much for tuning in live on Cardinal TV tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Do what you can to support us. Your support means everything to us. Keep in mind, we are a student-ran organization. This is not professionals. We are not contracting anybody out. Me and Mason here are students of Chi-High. Everybody who runs the stream here, it is all put on by students by Chi-High. We got to give a great shout out to our advisor, Mr. Scott Sicking, who runs our Chi-High Media Productions and Chi-High Happenings class, and it is able to make all of this possible. Again, I'd like to thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and on behalf of me, Gabe Vargas,
And Mason Bruin.
thank you so much for tuning in live on Cardinal TV tonight. Peace and love.